no one is borrowing. No one is borrowing the novels from the library. Now you know very well it is an ordinary statement. You have to convert it into passive voice. It's an active voice. You have to change it into passive voice. Now we see the verb here. Now we see the verb here. Is borrowing is present continuous. See, this is mathematical calculation. Present, first identify that is a present continuous verb. Unless you know, you cannot do this. You are identifying this verb as present continuous. Is borrowing. We have to retain the same in the passive voice. So, I take this as such the novels. I take the novels first. The novels from the library. Novels are not being borrowed by anyone. That no one is a negative word. When you convert this into passive voice, this becomes anyone. Now I have given the rules here. Present continuous tense is being retained as are being. You introduce not. The novels from the library are not being borrowed by anyone. So this is the answer. The sentence is quite complicated, but when you read once, twice, thrice, you will be able to understand what are the rules to be applied. Now we go on to the next sentence. Will you help me? This is a modal auxiliary verb in a question statement. Now we have to see how this can be converted into passive voice. Will you help me? Now how will you convert? You have to take here. The will has no substitution here, so you have to write the same will. Since it is a question statement, you have to retain the question statement as it is. Now we see here will. We have to introduce will as it is, me. The me will be converted into will I. Introduce be, that is passive. Will I be helped by you? Now you read the sentences. You will be able to understand how easy it is to convert this. This is a modal auxiliary verb. Will you help me? How I converted into passive voice, retaining it as a question is, will I be helped by you? That me is converted into I. You have to introduce be here, be. Will I be helped by you? This is how you have to change. Now follow the rules, what all I taught you regarding the questions. So see that you refer the book correctly and do it. When you are doing these exercises, you have to refer the examples that has been given in your book. Now the next sentence is, go for a jog early in the morning. Go for a jog. Go for a walk early in the morning. When you say go, take the book, go out of the class. These are the words we use as a command. Go, come inside. All these are words that has that gives you command and we have to use according to it. Now go. You take a subject. Maybe anyone. You are advised to go for a jog. The entire thing will not change. The first part of the thing changes. You are advised to go. You have to take this clue for this command. Anything, go, come, walk fast, all this you have to take a subject. That subject must be introduced before the verb. Now you are advised to go. Connective word is to go. The remaining thing will never change, that follows as it is. For a jog early in the morning. So you just mark an into mark before that sentence, and so that you can, when you revise, you will be able to get the rules for it. Now we go on to the next one. Why have you left your brother at home? The sixth one is a question statement. Why have you left your brother at home? This is, you know very well, it is a question statement and it belongs to the active voice. Now, why have you? There is a question mark at the end. Now, how will you convert it? Why have you left your brother? This is present perfect tense. So, according to that, we have to follow the rules in present perfect tense. Why? I did not replace anything for why. Why has your brother been left by you? This is the answer. Now, why have you left your brother at home? Why has your brother been left by you at home? You can introduce at home at the end. Now, you know very well, why has your brother been is the passive voice, left by you at home. This is the answer for this. So, I did not replace anything for why. The same statement, question statement follows here as it is. Now, we go on to the next one. Nobody should violate the rules. Here there is no subject. So, you have to introduce let the rules not be violated. Just like that, passive voice. Let the rules not be violated. Someone has to initiate it immediately. Now, we go on to the next sentence. Someone has to initiate it immediately. Take this it as the subject. It has to be initiated immediately by someone. This is passive. See, you have it there. Someone has to initiate it immediately. Take that it as the subject. After it, you have to write it has to be initiated immediately by someone. That becomes the passive voice. Have you invited Raman to the party? Now, this is modal auxiliary verb. It is a question statement in active voice. Have you invited Raman to the party? Now, we have to change the same question statement should be retained as the same. Now, I have to take this. This is in present perfect. Has Raman been invited by you to the party? Question mark, passive voice. See, this is an auxiliary verb, modal verb. Have you invited Raman to the party? Now, you have to retain the same question statement in passive voice as the question statement. Has Raman been invited by you to the party? Now, you have to read this sentence as well as this sentence. When you read this sentence, you will get the clue. And after taking the clue, you place this clue here and read the sentence, and that will be definitely correct for you. You will feel that the sentence goes right. Now, we go on to the next one. Please do not walk on the grass. Already the first sentence has been given as please. So, here you are requested not to walk on the, very easy. When you get the request statement, it is very easy for you. You have to take the word you are requested not to walk on the grass. That is in passive voice. Has been converted into passive voice. Cross the busy roads carefully. You are instructed. Now, you have to use the word. Now, the policeman says he instructs the pedestrians or anyone who walks on the road and say, cross the road, stand here, wait for the signal. So, you take this word, you are instructed to cross the busy roads carefully. So, the first one, the next one is you are instructed. Only the policeman will give the instruction as such. So, you are instructed to cross the busy roads carefully in passive voice. Read the active voice sentence as well as the passive. You will be able to understand where you go wrong. Then you make a correction in the sentence. The next one. When will you book the tickets to Bengaluru? Now, this is a WH question. Already we have done this. See how carefully you are going to do this. When will you book the tickets to Bengaluru? question mark. At the end, this is active voice sentence. Now, I told you already, you should never change this. The same question statement must occur in passive voice. When will the tickets to Bengaluru be booked by you? Question statement, passive voice. I hope you understand this very clearly. This exercise you have understood. Now, you have to go through this regularly. Every day you work on these exercises, you will be able to understand voices very clearly. Unless you work, you cannot understand anything. Take the exercise, work on your own, and then you can do it very, very properly without any mistakes. You see the rules of voices, how active voice must be changed to passive voice, passive voice must be converted into active voice. What are the statements given, whether it is a question statement, whether it is an auxiliary statement, whether it is an ordinary statement, whether it is a request, whether it is an advice, whether it is a command. All this you should go through this, and then only you can do this passive voice and active voice very successfully. Can you understand, children? Now, I close this. I finished all the exercise related to your book exercises. Your work is to take a separate book, take for grammar, work out all the exercise for yourself. If you have any doubts, mark an into mark against the sentence, and I will revise the sentence when you are back in the school.